Alright, what's up YouTube? So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. I'm going to take a quick look at two Forex pairs today that I think is looking very nice. Alright, so first up we have, first I'm going to take a look at USD versus the Canadian dollar. I really like this. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of what I'm watching on this one. If you're a member of the Birdnest trading community, you have probably seen me share charts of this one. I've been sharing some charts on Twitter too. And so if you want to see everything I'm looking at, I'm sharing a lot of charts on Twitter. So definitely check out my Twitter. It's at libs42. It's in the description in for this video too, in the below somewhere. Alright, so USD versus the Canadian dollar. We saw price come down and test the long RLC here, with price with the RSI being oversold. And if you zoom in here, you will see that RSI was making, we were seeing bullish divergence on the RSI, with price making lower lows and the RSI making higher lows. And right after that, we got a pretty nice bounce on USD CAD here, bouncing off the RLC. Now, what I'm seeing is I'm looking at the breakout area up here, the breakdown area. So this is where this is the area where we broke down, right? That's what I'm watching as a take profit area. Now, as always, entry can be a bit tricky. I mean, take profits is usually pretty easy. It's in my case, when trading a swing trade like this one, I want to find the breakdown area, really, like the area where, like, when we broke down, like where is the breakdown that took us to the lows. And definitely this one right here, right? You can see how it's acting as support here, here, breakdown, bearish retest, and go. I want to ride a move up to that area again. So we're going to go down into the 4 hour. We're going to see, are we seeing any divergence on the 4 hour? We did start to see, all the way from back here, we started to see, lower lows on the RSI, like this. And selected, what's up? Alright, so here's the, oh man. Here's the lower lows, right? Why can I not write on there? I don't know what's up. I don't know what's wrong. But it's quite obvious, right? You're seeing a low, a higher low, with price making lower lows. The RSI is making higher lows on the 4 hour and price is making lower lows. Obviously, this would have been a great place to just enter a couple of bids inside long RLC to catch this move to the upside. But what I'm waiting for right now, I'm waiting for, like, you can, of course, just blindly buy something when it's inside the long RLC and RSI is oversold and you're seeing bullish divergence on the daily RSI. That's a good buy, but I want more confirmation. So what I'm looking at right now is I want to see an entry down here in this area. Now this might have been the bounce that we were looking for, so this would have been the entry, right? But for this to be the bounce, we need to reclaim the 618 Fibonacci level, this one. And if that happens, there might be another trade in play here, and that would look something like this, right? I mean, still okay, it's 2.74 hours, so it's a decent trade, right? But what I'm looking at is this. So we're gonna find the RLC of this up move. And what I'm looking for now is, like, the golden setup is where you find the RLC. The midpoint of the RLC is confluent with the midpoint of the high time frame RLC that you're in, or with this level that we broke out of. So first, I think I'm not sure if I want to use this wick here. As you can see, the RSI comes in, RLC comes in pretty nicely, you know, down here. But I'm not really sure about this wick. I'm probably gonna use, you know, this level. I think this level down here, this area here is better. And I'm just gonna ignore this wick here because this area I like how it's being used as support. Sorry about that. That's my son in the background trying to break into my office. So let's use the lows down here. The low, you know, before the up move. So we're gonna use this wick down here and the high up here. Now notice how the midpoint of this smaller RLC reload zone comes in with the midpoint of this low time frame RLC, comes in with the midpoint right on the high time frame RLC, and the 618 comes in right perfectly on this red box resistance. So what I'm looking to do right here is I want to long the first retest of this area. I do anticipate price to get rejected at the 618. Now, of course, price might not get rejected up here, but the thing is, like, I want to be patient. I want to cash the nice move, the big moves, the like the easy ones. So what I want to do is I want to layer some bids inside this general area right here. So my first bids is probably going to be right above that high right here, right? So let's select that one somewhere up in that region, and I want to layer bids all the way down below this one, right? Now there's a couple of different ways to play this, and I'm gonna show you different types of scenarios. Let's mark out the RLC one time again to see where we actually have it. So let's see, we're gonna move that one, like that level, up to the highs. That's where we have the RLC. Now, I'm going to layer some bids above this support. It should be green now because it's actually support, right? So I'm going to layer some bids above that one. My idea is that we are going to see a move back down into the RLC before we break out of this long RLC. That's what I'm watching. It makes sense, right? Actually, you know what? Let's add the moving averages too, because if we see some confluence with the moving averages, well, what do you know? That's just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now the white line is the 200 simple on a daily. The 200 simple on a daily is now confluent with the middle of my buy range. It's confluent with the midpoint of the high time frame resistance. It's confluent with the high time frame RLC. It's confluent with the low time frame RLC. It's confluent with everything. Confluence is key, right? So we're now actually bouncing up to 200 EMA. I'm just gonna ignore that. Alright, so we know that now that we have the 200 SMA down here. So it's gonna be the first retest of the 200 simple too. So it's just a very nice confluence. So this is going to be a trade where my average entry is probably in the middle of this red box. So let's use the long tool here. We'll mark it out right in this area. I think looks good. Where is our stop going to be? It has to be below the low time frame RLC, right? Our take profits, well, our first take profit can be up here at our local highs, sorry. But the last take profit is, I want it to be up in this red box. So let's be conservative and place it on this high wick right here. Now the stop loss, where is the stop loss going to be? Not sure about that one, to be honest. Let's see, where do we want to have our stop loss? Usually I place my stop loss below the last swing low in the 4 hour, and that's actually this one. And also another reason why I went along this area is it's because we have this W pattern right here. We got the breakout, we're now coming back down for a retest of the W pattern. Now this is a W pattern inside the high time frame RLC, and the neckline and the resistance of the W is confluent with the high time frame RLC. So this is just a beautiful setup, guys. It's a beautiful setup. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that this is my bread and butter. This is really what this is where I make my money, where everything is the lines. You have the long RLC, you have price being oversold, RSI being oversold. You're seeing, you know, bullish divergences on daily, on the 4 hour. It's just everything is lining up. You got a 200 simple in the middle. It's just beautiful. So this is where I want to take profits, right? Now, where do I place my stop loss? Let's look at the hourly here. So most likely, the absolutely best entry on this one is going to be, looking at the hourly, it's going to be this one. And most likely, if this thing is bullish, we're going to bounce here and we're not going to go lower, right? But we still have this area here, right? This area here is still very important. Now, if you're looking for a very tight stop and one entry point, you should probably enter here with a stop loss below that area, but it's actually in the RLC. I want my stop to be below the RLC. So where does it make most sense to actually have the stop loss? And I'm thinking the stop loss needs to be below this swing area, right? Looking at the 4 hour again, that's our, you know, the last swing low on the 4 hour. It's a very wide stop, honestly. If you go to the hourly, you want to find, actually this video is longer than I expected, so I got some friends coming over shortly. We're gonna do some barbecuing and stuff, so I'm just gonna do USD CAD right now. I think this is just looking very nice. I might do a quick review of GBP USD, but alright, so wide stop, obviously, put it down here. Now that brings my risk to reward ratio to a 3.15. I still quite like that. And looking at the 4 hour, we find the breakout candle, and I really think we will see price. I think the profit could probably be all the way up. That's the setup I'm going to enter some orders on for USD CAD. And yeah, so let's take a quick look at GBP USD too. So this is one that I'm in, and it's looking very much like the one I showed you on USD CAD. And I mean, the entry on this one, perfect, 1.626533. Well, very good. So looking at the daily, RSI touching overbought here. We're seeing, are we seeing bullish divergence on daily? Nope. 4 hour, we did definitely see bullish divergence, right? We were seeing a low here, while price were making higher lows and higher highs and higher. God damn it. RSI was making lower lows, price were making higher highs, higher lows, god damn it, inside the short RLC. So this is pretty much the USD CAD trade in reverse, right? So on GBP here, GBP USD, we are seeing a potential market reversal right here, all right? And the area, and also this is pretty interesting, right? We have this trend line up here that we're actually testing, right? We got this trend right here, and now let's add the moving averages, and you see that on the daily we have the 200 simple right in the middle of this RLC. like I said, pretty much just a repeat of the USD CAD example. And these two examples are very, very good examples of how I like to trade. This is my bread and butter trading style. So if you want to trade like me, study these charts and just copy the techniques, because these are like, this is where the easy money, but this is really not very complicated. Just put a couple of RLC on the chart, look for confidences. And also, as you can see here, this white dotted lines here is a range I'm looking at, right? And the range high is confident with the midpoint of RLC. And as you can see now, we entered on the bearish retest of this area, and we're seeing possible move down to this area. Now, like the true big reversal is most likely going to happen if we break this support confluent with the 618 Fibonacci level. If that happens, I'm looking for a move down to range low, right? That's what I'm seeing. My next trade on this one is going to be, you know, a short on here, right? Where is the range? Oh, it's all the way down there. So that short would look something like this, right? Short that area, stop above that area, profit down here. Very good 3-hour trade. Alright, so that's what I'm watching on GBP USD. Hopefully you guys like this. Well, this one wasn't very short, but I'm trying to keep them as short and quick as possible, easy to understand for you guys to learn. Not only learn, you can, you know, take the trades I'm taking, and the idea is just to get them out as quickly as possible so that you can trade with me and learn while trading. Alright guys, so see you in my next video, and thanks for watching.